at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Play action now. Winston. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Off the play fake, Winston.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jameis to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
In your face.
Winston.
Throw left side complete to Troutman.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Winston. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
So Melvin Gordon, he has been a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. No more for getting the tough yards, but he breaks off a big one there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Risk taking it at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
On 2nd and 10, Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play fake. Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Marquez Callaway.
44 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go, baby. At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now Winston. It's caught by Mark Ingram.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes it back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Now, at first down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
They go play action. Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 14, Saints 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bump.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
On play action, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To the air again with Winston.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. On the return is Spencer.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Bridgewater on first down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 60 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Saints 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Winston now. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
12 yards. And the Saints first down. First and 10.
On first and 10, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's brought down. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line.
That's another Saints first down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second and
They'll throw again. Winston.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30.
that's another Saints.
From the gun, Winston. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
Here's Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Right there, 56. And here we go. Watch the
Again, it's Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
The tackle by Draymond Jones. A 1-yard gain. brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
From 6 yards away.
and the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return is Spencer. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Bridgewater now.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick 6. But look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he gets this one down to the 24. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the 38, Winston. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Winston to throw. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Now Winston. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Winston. That is caught at the 7. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One last shot now for Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just